I'm Michelle Mbeason with National Plant Services, and we are in week 2 of the LAVWMA Export Pipeline Inspection Project. The goal of this project is to dewater and inspect those portions of the pipeline that are always underwater. LAVWMA receives treated wastewater from plants operated by the City of Livermore and the Dublin San Ramon Services District. The treated effluent from these plants flow by gravity to the LAVWMA facility located in Pleasanton. At the facility, the water is combined and equalized into 3 storage basins, which can hold up to 18 million gallons of water. The pump station consists of 10 pumps, up to 600 horsepower each, which propel the water through the pipeline for discharge into San Francisco Bay.
I am Levi Fuller, General Manager of Livermore Amador Valley Water Management Agency, acronym LAVWMA. LAVWMA has about $128 million in assets, and some of those assets are above ground assets like the pump station you see in the background, but the majority of our assets is a 16-mile pipeline that goes from here in Pleasanton all the way to San Leandro. So we have National Plant Services out doing an inspection of that pipeline so we can make sure that that pipeline can serve the Tri-Valley community today, and we can plan for repair projects so that it can serve the Tri-Valley area for the next 50 years.
As the project had such limited inspection windows, we first had to complete a planning study to determine how to tackle this work.
Hi, my name is John Figueroa, engineer at National Plant Services, and I completed the planning phase of this project. Using the pipe and elevation plans, we were able to calculate the hydraulic grade line and determine where the water level is for each portion of the pipe. The last task was to determine the dewater strategy for each unique location.
3 dewatering scenarios were assigned during the planning phase: above ground pumping, pumping from one part of the pipe into another, or pumping into trucks and decanting into another location. Our first setup location was near the LAVWMA storage basins, so 1,000 feet of above ground piping was set up to discharge the water from the pipeline into a basin. The Dublin San Ramon Services District staff maintains the export pipeline through an agreement with LAVWMA. DSRSD and NPS staff worked as a team to open all bolted lids and dewater the pipeline so NPS could inspect them. After the first pipe section was completed, we moved the submersible pump and piping to the next location. The other locations in this phase of work utilized pumps to dewater from one part of the pipeline to another. These locations had a downward slope from the access point accepting the water, so that only a few sandbags were necessary to keep water from seeping back into our dewatering pipe. The force main lids couldn't be opened as the hydraulic grade line was above the level of the bolted lids. Therefore, after the submersible pump and piping were hooked up, DSRSD staff went in and opened a blow-off, allowing water to enter the chamber. Water was thereby pumped from the section to be inspected to the upstream stretch of piping. Once the blow-off stopped releasing water into the pit, the force main lids were safe to unbolt, and a high-definition PACP-coded inspection could then be performed. All pipelines were found to be aging as expected and in serviceable condition. Even though force mains are some of the most difficult pipelines to inspect, advanced planning and coordination between agency and contractor will ensure a successful project, just like this one.